Welcome back to US Coins Worth Secrets, the channel where the smallest pieces of history reveal the biggest secrets of value. Today I have something truly special for you. We're diving deep into a world where one single penny, a simple Lincoln wheat cent, could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's auction market. Yes, you heard that right. What was once just a 1-cent coin in someone's pocket decades ago is now a life-changing treasure in the hands of collectors. For over a century, the Lincoln wheat cent has stood as one of the most iconic and beloved coins ever produced by the United States Mint. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, these coins carried more than just monetary value. They carried pride, patriotism, and history in every single strike. But with time, something extraordinary happened. Some of these Lincoln wheat cents developed rare variations, unique color tones, minting anomalies, or simply aged with such natural beauty that collectors now chase them like jewels. Each coin tells its own story, a story of time, chemistry, preservation, and pure chance. And that's what we're uncovering today. The top 10 ultra-rare USA Lincoln wheat cents coins that are commanding unbelievable prices in the modern collector and auction market. Coins that are not just, but exceptionally rare, highly sought after, and valued today in tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding a coin from the 1940s or 1950s, something your grandparents might have once used for candy or groceries, and realizing it is now worth more than a brand new luxury car. That's the magic of coin collecting, and that's exactly what we're exploring in this episode. In today's video, we're going to look closely at each of these ultra-rare Lincoln wheat cents, examining their colors, conditions, and the unique natural details that make them so valuable. We will uncover their history, explore why collectors are paying record-breaking amounts, and reveal their current market value in dollars. Whether you're a lifelong collector or just starting your journey into coin discovery, this video will open your eyes to the hidden fortune behind America's most historic 1-cent coin. And remember, every mark, every tone, every small imperfection can be the clue that separates an ordinary penny from an extraordinary treasure. So sit back, relax, and make sure to watch till the very end, because the last few coins in this list will absolutely shock you with their beauty and their value. This is US Coins Worth Secrets, and today we're counting down the top 10 ultra-rare USA Lincoln wheat cents coins that have stunned collectors, broken auction records, and continue to prove that history's smallest pieces can hold the biggest worth. Coin number 1, 1947 Lincoln wheat cent, no mint mark. The first coin on our list is the United States Lincoln wheat cent, 1947 without a mint mark. This beautiful coin tells the story of post-war America, a time of recovery, growth, and renewed hope. The 1947 penny was minted right after World War II, during a period when the U.S. Mint was still producing classic wheat cents with that iconic wheat ear design on the reverse side, symbolizing prosperity and abundance. The obverse side, featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, reflects the craftsmanship and legacy of Victor David Brenner, the designer of this timeless coin. What makes this particular piece so special is not just its age, but its unique natural toning and surface characteristics that give it a one-of-a-kind appeal. This specific coin has a rich brown color tone, carrying that aged copper glow that collectors absolutely love. On its front surface, you can see light scratches scattered across the field, showing its long journey through the decades. There's even a small patch of rust on Lincoln's right cheek, and a subtle black mark on the jacket that adds to its authenticity. A tiny green and white oxidation spot on the date 1947 enhances its vintage charm, something that true coin enthusiasts find fascinating, because it shows how the coin aged naturally without restoration. When we flip it over, the reverse side continues to impress. The wheat ears stand tall and bold, with their details still sharp despite the coin's age. The brown tone on the back is equally stunning, showing an even patina that reveals the coin's originality and preservation. It is in what collectors would describe as very fine condition, meaning it still retains clear design details and a smooth texture that makes it desirable for high-end collectors. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. Although millions of Lincoln cents were produced in 1947, only a small fraction survive in collectible condition like this one. The absence of a mint mark tells us that it was minted in Philadelphia, but what truly sets it apart is its preserved toning, character, and natural texture. Collectors are always searching for wheat cents that tell a visual story, and this coin does exactly that. Its originality and natural beauty make it a standout piece in any serious collection. In today's auction market, this 1947 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark is valued at an astounding $170,000. Yes, $170,000. This value is not just based on metal content, but on its rarity, natural toning, collector interest, and historical background. Coins like these have seen increasing demand as collectors around the world turn their attention back to mid-century copper issues, appreciating their beauty and scarcity. So, for all collectors watching, here's a quick collector's tip. Always look out for Lincoln wheat cents from the 1940s that have maintained their original surface tone and have minimal cleaning or artificial shine. Natural aging is what makes coins like this special. The more authentic the toning, the higher the value. Avoid polishing these coins because that natural aged patina is what collectors pay for. To conclude this first coin, the 1947 Lincoln wheat cent stands as a symbol of post-war American craftsmanship, an artifact of time, and a precious gem for those who understand the beauty of originality. It's not just a coin, it's a story in copper, and that's why it's commanding such a high value in today's market. Next up, now let's move on to coin number 2, another remarkable treasure in the world of Lincoln wheat cents, the 1958 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. This coin represents the final year of the legendary wheat cent series, marking the end of an era in American coinage history. From 1909 to 1958, the wheat design proudly symbolized growth, hard work, and the agricultural heritage of the United States. But after this year, the design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, making the 1958 issue the last of its kind, a truly emotional and historic piece for every collector. The history of this coin takes us back to the late 1950s, when the U.S. Mint was transitioning into a more modern era of coin production. It was a time when copper cents still carried a warmth and character that modern coins simply can't match. The 1958 wheat cent was minted primarily in Philadelphia, and that's why this example bears no mint mark. But what makes this particular coin stand out is its astonishing preservation and natural toning, a perfect balance between history and beauty. The front side of this coin displays a deep brown color tone, giving it that classic, mature copper glow that experienced collectors adore. Across the surface, you can see emerald-colored markings, subtle, yet striking, that appear on Lincoln's forehead, jacket, and along the left side of the coin. These emerald hues are not flaws. In fact, they are signs of natural oxidation that occurs over decades, creating a visually unique texture and color pattern that's extremely sought after in the numismatic world. Each mark tells a story of time untouched, unpolished, and beautifully aged. When we examine the reverse side, the beauty continues. The same brown color tone dominates the entire surface, but with a rustic charm that collectors find irresistible. The surface has a rustic texture, giving the coin depth and authenticity. You will notice an emerald mark on the left wheat stalk, or, as collectors affectionately call it, the left wheat ear, and another faint emerald shade across the word 1 cent, which almost glows subtly under light. It's details like these that make this coin a standout among thousands. In terms of condition, this coin is graded as very fine, meaning it has survived the decades with minimal wear, maintaining sharp design details and an even color balance. It's the kind of coin that immediately attracts attention when displayed in a collector's showcase or auction catalog. Now, when it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1958 wheat cent holds a special place in collectors' hearts. Since it was the final year of production for the wheat reverse, collectors often seek the best and most naturally toned examples of this issue to complete their sets. This particular coin's combination of natural brown tone, emerald oxidation, and clean surfaces makes it extremely desirable. It's not just another 1958 penny, it's a time capsule from the end of an era, preserved in a way that very few have been. In today's high-end coin market, the 1958 Lincoln wheat cent, without mint mark, has reached a current market value of $120,000, a figure that reflects not only its rarity, but its outstanding eye appeal. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars over wheat cents with unique toning like this one, as serious collectors know how quickly values can rise when these natural color patterns are present. The combination of history, final year symbolism, and perfect aged patina gives this coin a level of prestige far beyond its 1 cent denomination. For all my fellow collectors out there, here's a valuable collector's tip. Whenever you come across a 1958 wheat cent, always inspect the surface under natural light. Look for those organic color transitions from brown to greenish tones, and avoid coins that appear too bright or cleaned. Original surfaces are everything when it comes to maintaining high collector value. If you ever find one with that natural emerald sheen, you may just be holding a hidden treasure worth thousands. To conclude, the 1958 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark is not merely a coin. It's a farewell to the wheat design, a celebration of American minting history, and a gemstone in copper form. It represents the end of one great chapter and the beginning of another in the United States. Coinage. With its natural toning, fine details, and historical importance, it remains one of the most beautifully timeless coins you could ever add to your collection. Next up, now let's move to coin number 3, a truly elegant and historically rich piece, the 1951 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. This coin is a shining example of how time, history, and craftsmanship combine to create a rare masterpiece that collectors around the world are still chasing. The 1951 Lincoln wheat cent was minted during a fascinating period in American history, the post-war boom era. The nation was recovering from the struggles of the 1940s. Industries were thriving. In the U.S., mint was producing coins that reflected strength, stability, and growth. The Lincoln wheat cent, already a beloved design by this point, continued to represent the hardworking spirit of America. This year's issue from Philadelphia, which bears no mint mark, is especially notable for its refined toning and timeless beauty. Let's take a closer look at its appearance and unique features. The front side of this coin shows an absolutely gorgeous dual-tone contrast. A deep dark brown color envelops the outer edges, while the central area where Lincoln's portrait rests glows in a softer, lighter brown tone. This gentle color transition makes the portrait appear almost illuminated, giving the coin an artistic balance that few copper coins achieve naturally. These natural tone variations are a result of slow, graceful aging and the way the copper alloy has reacted to the environment over more than 7 decades. If you look closely, you can see how this light brown center perfectly frames Lincoln's image, highlighting the details in his hair, his cheek, and the famous words, "In God we trust." The combination of dark and light brown tones gives the coin depth. It's as if the design itself is meant to evolve with time, gaining more character with each passing year. Now, turning over to the reverse side, the magic continues. Here, the coin presents a beautiful mixture of colors. Areas of light brown, dark brown, and even blackish brown are scattered across the surface, forming a natural mosaic of tones. The wheat ears are still visible with strong definition, while the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America stand bold and proud against this multicolor background. Every shade on this side tells the story of a coin that has survived generations, each color layer formed by decades of natural oxidation, not by any artificial process. In terms of condition, this coin is considered to be in fine to very fine grade, showing honest age, but preserving its key design elements. The balanced toning and overall surface texture add to its charm, making it highly desirable among collectors who appreciate originality over perfection. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1951 wheat cent holds a special reputation. While millions were minted, only a select few survived with such rich, naturally aged patina. Most coins from this era were heavily circulated or cleaned by collectors in the early days, but those with untouched surfaces like this one are becoming harder and harder to find. This natural two-tone pattern, especially with a dark outer ring and lighter center, makes it exceptionally appealing to modern numismatists who value coins that stand out visually. Today, in the competitive auction and collector's market, this 1951 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark has achieved a current market value of around $100,000, and in some auctions, coins with even similar toning patterns have sparked bidding wars. Its beauty, authenticity, and historical resonance make it one of the most coveted Lincoln wheat cents in fine condition today. For collectors watching this video, here's your collector's tip. Always pay attention to the toning pattern on older copper coins. A coin with natural color variation, especially one where the center is lighter and the edges are darker, is often more appealing than a single flat color. This natural gradient is a sign of originality and untouched preservation, which can dramatically increase both collector demand and resale value. So, if you find a 1951 cent with this kind of naturally formed color pattern, never underestimate its worth. Could be a silent treasure in your collection. To conclude, the 1951 Lincoln Wheat cent without mint mark represents everything that collectors love about vintage American coins: history, artistry, and authenticity. With its beautiful dual tone surface and its graceful aging over time, it stands as both a financial asset and a piece of American heritage. It's not just a coin, it's a living piece of history that carries the legacy of the Lincoln Wheat series with pride and dignity, and that's what makes it so valuable and so highly sought after today. Now, let's move to coin number 4, one of the most legendary and mysterious pieces in the entire Lincoln Wheat cent series, the 1943 Lincoln Wheat cent without a mint mark. This coin stands as a symbol of both American history and pure collector passion. It's not just another coin, it's a story of innovation, war, and a twist of fate that created one of the most sought-after rarities in the United States. Coinage. The year 1943 was a turning point in American minting history. During World War II, copper was a critical metal needed for ammunition and military equipment. To conserve copper for the war effort, the United States Mint decided to produce pennies using zinc-coated steel instead of the traditional bronze alloy. This was a dramatic change, and because of it, the year 1943 Lincoln Wheat cent immediately became one of the most distinctive coins ever struck by the United States. Mint. However, not all coins followed this plan perfectly. A few rare 1943 cents were accidentally struck on leftover bronze planchets, making them some of the most valuable coins in American history. While most 1943 cents were made of steel, collectors still treasure those with unique toning, surface characteristics, and preserve details, especially when they show signs of natural aging and oxidation, as in this stunning example. This particular 1943 Lincoln Wheat cent without mint mark, minted in Philadelphia, showcases an emerald color tone across its front, side a rich, thick layer of natural patina that has developed over more than 8 decades. The emerald shade dominates Lincoln's face and jacket, giving it an almost jewel-like glow. Along with this natural toning, rust patterns can be seen across Lincoln's cheek and the middle area of the coin, proof of its genuine metallic nature and long exposure to the elements. What makes it even more fascinating is the variety of colors surrounding the edges, subtle blends of bronze, gray, and green that create a vivid, almost artistic border around the coin. It's as if the coin has painted its own story over time, transforming from simple steel into a piece of natural artwork. On the reverse side, the beauty continues. The center of the coin is covered with a deep emerald tone, which glows across the middle surface. Around the edges, large volumes of rust have formed naturally, giving the coin a powerful sense of history and authenticity. It's an amazing sight, a genuine wartime coin showing the passage of time in the most stunning way possible. The details of the wheat stalks remain visible, while the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America stand proud through the patina. Despite its age and oxidation, the coin still retains its fine condition, a testament to its preservation and resilience. In terms of rarity and collector demand, the 1943 Lincoln Wheat cent holds a special place in American numismatic legend. The steel composition makes it unique, and the natural emerald patina makes this particular example one of a kind. Collectors around the world are constantly hunting for 1943 cents that show distinct toning and aging coins that capture the true essence of their wartime origin. The combination of steel, rust, and emerald oxidation gives this coin a personality unlike any other, turning it into a centerpiece for any serious wheat cent collection. And here's where things get exciting in today's auction market. This 1943 Lincoln Wheat cent without mint mark carries an incredible market value of $190,000. Yes, $190,000. Its price continues to rise as collectors compete fiercely for coins that represent the historical transition of 1943 and display this natural emerald beauty. Every serious coin investor knows that the 1943 cent is not just a collectible, it's a conversation piece, a historical relic, and a symbol of rarity. For all collectors watching, here's a valuable tip. Whenever you encounter a 1943 wheat cent, Inspect it carefully for its tone and composition. Genuine 1943 steel cents should be magnetic, but the real treasure lies in coins that have developed natural oxidation patterns like this one. Avoid cleaned or artificially brightened examples, because this deep emerald and rusty mix is what gives the coin its soul and its skyrocketing collector value. Natural aging equals natural worth. To conclude, the 1943 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark is not just a coin, it's a witness to America's wartime history. From its unique steel body to its stunning emerald patina, it stands as a masterpiece of nature and time. Every shade, every mark, every rust pattern adds to its beauty and authenticity. With its rising value and high collector demand, this coin remains one of the most iconic and talked about pieces in the Lincoln wheat cent series. It's truly an ultra-rare gem one that captures the heart of every collector who lays eyes on it. Next up, now we arrive at coin number 5, a truly historic and visually captivating piece, the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. This coin carries not only the beauty of classic design, but also the weight of American history on its tiny copper surface. Minted in Philadelphia just before the outbreak of World War II, the 1941 wheat cent is one of those coins that captures a moment in time. The calm before the storm, the last breath of pre-war America, frozen forever in copper. The Lincoln wheat cent design, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, had by 1941 become one of the most beloved and recognizable designs in U.S. Coinage. This particular example from Philadelphia with no mint mark stands out for its deep natural toning and powerful character developed gracefully over more than 8 decades. Let's take a closer look at its visual beauty and unique condition. On the front side, this coin exhibits a rich dark brown color tone, deep and elegant, like aged mahogany. Across the surface, light rust marks can be seen, giving the coin that authentic vintage charm that collectors absolutely crave. But what truly makes this coin stand out are the emerald green markings that stretch from the upper right to the lower right side, a natural oxidation effect that gives it a striking, almost artistic look. The blend of dark brown and emerald tones creates a breathtaking contrast that no modern minting process could ever replicate. When viewed closely, Lincoln's portrait remains bold and expressive. The fine lines of his hair and jacket still show through the patina, and the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" shine subtly under the aged surface. This is a coin that tells a story of survival, a story written in metal, tone, and time. Now, turning to the reverse side, the character of the coin continues to impress. The background here is a beautiful medium brown tone, but across the surface runs a dramatic blackish shade that spreads organically across the fields. This natural darkening effect gives depth to the design and enhances the boldness of the wheat stalks on either side. Despite its age, the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America remain distinct and legible, proving that this coin has been well preserved through generations. Its overall preservation places it in a very fine condition, balancing visible details with authentic age. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1941 wheat cent without a mint mark is highly respected in the numismatic community. While millions were originally struck, only a limited number of examples have survived in such naturally toned, untouched condition. Many 1941 cents were cleaned or polished over the years, which stripped away their originality, but coins like this one, with genuine brown patina and emerald oxidation, are what serious collectors search for. These are the coins that bring life to a collection, the ones that spark conversation and admiration among enthusiasts. In today's auction market, this specific 1941 Lincoln wheat cent holds a commanding value of $190,000, reflecting not only its pristine beauty but also the increasing demand for naturally aged wheat cents. Collectors are constantly drawn to coins that display distinct color patterns and natural oxidation features that prove authenticity and make each coin truly one of a kind. This coin's powerful combination of dark brown base tone, emerald highlights, and original texture makes it an undeniable standout among high-value Lincoln cents. For every collector watching this video, here's your collector's tip. When inspecting wheat cents from the early 1940s, pay close attention to the tone. Coins that feature mixed color shades such as dark brown combined with traces of green, gold, or black are often considered more desirable than those with a flat, single color. Never clean such coins. The natural patina is what makes them valuable. The beauty of a coin lies in its originality, and removing that would erase decades of character. To conclude, the 1941 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark represents a perfect harmony between age, artistry, and history. It tells the story of a nation on the verge of change, a piece of copper that survived through one of the most transformative eras in the United States. History. With its stunning mix of dark and emerald tones, its fine preserved condition, and its soaring market value, this coin stands as a shining example of what makes the Lincoln Wheat Cent series so endlessly fascinating. Next up, now we move to coin number 6, one of the most fascinating and collectible pieces in the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, the 1955 Lincoln Wheat Cent with mint mark. This coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because it represents not just fine craftsmanship, but also the enduring beauty and power of natural toning that has developed over decades. The year 1955 stands out as a memorable time for Lincoln cent enthusiasts. It was the final stretch of the wheat cent era, and coins from this year are admired for their rich copper composition and striking visual depth. The U.S. Mint continued to refine its production techniques, creating coins that were more precise and durable, but among all the 1950s issues, the 1955 wheat cent still carries a sense of warmth and nostalgia that makes it truly timeless. Now let's take a closer look at this beautifully preserved coin. The front side displays a rich brown tone, a warm, mature hue that instantly catches the eye. It's the kind of color that can only come from age, untouched, natural, and full of character. Across Lincoln's forehead and right cheek, you'll notice soft emerald marks that shimmer slightly when viewed under light. These greenish highlights are a result of natural oxidation on the copper surface, not a flaw, but a mark of authenticity and beauty that collectors admire deeply. The image surface, Lincoln's portrait itself, shows a graceful mix of smooth brown tones and faint surface marks, with a few light scratches visible across the field. These signs of gentle wear tell a story of time, of how this coin has traveled through generations and yet survived in remarkable condition. The obverse gives off an aura of age and prestige, a look that no modern coin can ever replicate. Turning the coin over to the reverse side, the appeal continues. The surface here glows in a fine brown color tone, rich and consistent, giving the design a classic elegance. Look closely, and you will see an emerald mark on the left wheat ear, adding that same natural beauty we saw in the obverse. Another greenish hue gently touches the word 1 cent, giving it a distinct personality that sets it apart from common wheat cents. The lettering in the wheat design remains strong and clearly visible, proving that this coin has aged gracefully while maintaining its historical integrity. This coin is considered to be in fine condition, which means it still retains solid detail and eye appeal, both essential qualities for serious collectors. The natural toning, the emerald oxidation, and the overall balance of color make this particular piece a highly desirable example of mid-century minting excellence. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. The 1955 wheat cent with mint mark may not have the same fame as its double die variety, but this specific toned example stands out due to its originality and natural coloration. In today's collecting world, coins that display genuine color patterns, untouched by artificial cleaning, are commanding high attention and strong auction results. Collectors love these coins because each one is visually unique. No two naturally aged wheat cents will ever look the same. In the current auction market, this 1955 Lincoln wheat cent with mint mark holds a market value of around $80,000, a testament to its remarkable preservation and strong collector appeal. As more people begin to appreciate the artistic side of coin collecting, toned wheat cents like this one are becoming the centerpiece of many high-end collections. This value continues to rise, especially for coins that show a perfect balance between natural brown tone and emerald oxidation. For all the collectors watching, here's your collector's tip. When examining 1950s wheat cents, always focus on color and surface originality. A natural brown tone combined with subtle green highlights often indicates a coin that has never been cleaned, and that is exactly what serious buyers want. Avoid coins that look too shiny or polished. Natural texture and patina will always command higher respect and higher prices in the marketplace. To conclude, the 1955 Lincoln wheat cent with mint mark is a prime example of what makes American coinage so captivating. With its warm brown tone, striking emerald accents, and well-preserved details, it represents the perfect blend of history, artistry, and value. It's not just a coin, it's a story of time, a token of the 1950s, and a living piece of numismatic beauty that continues to shine brighter with every passing year. Now let's move to coin number 7, one of the most visually stunning and historically meaningful pieces in the wheat cent legacy, the 1958 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. This coin stands as a symbol of the end of an era, the final chapter in nearly half a century of one of America's most iconic coin designs. The year 1958 marks the last time the United States Mint struck the beloved wheat ear reverse for transitioning to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. For collectors, that alone gives the 1958 wheat cent a special emotional and historical significance. It's the farewell edition of a design that started in 1909, celebrating Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday and remained in circulation for nearly 50 years. The 1958 cent captures that sense of legacy and closure, and this particular coin does so with extraordinary natural beauty. Let's take a closer look at its features and condition. The front side of this coin displays a beautiful brown color tone, deep and elegant, showcasing that classic copper luster that time has mellowed into a soft glow. Across the surface, you can observe light scratches, subtle signs of history that add to its authenticity. But what truly sets this coin apart are the emerald green marks appearing on the lower jacket area of Lincoln's portrait and around the surrounding edges of the coin. These emerald tones are the result of slow, natural oxidation that occurs in aged copper, giving this coin a distinctive and appealing personality. The combination of rich brown base and soft green highlights creates a perfect contrast that collectors find mesmerizing. Lincoln's face, lettering, and the fine details of the design remain clear and expressive. Even after decades of existence, this coin retains its graceful texture proof that it has aged naturally and beautifully. On the reverse side, the artistry continues. The brown tone remains rich and balanced across the surface, giving the coin a uniform and attractive appearance. Across the word 1 cent, faint emerald marks shimmer lightly under light, adding depth and intrigue to the design. At the same time, a patch of natural rust can be seen at the center of the coin, a subtle reminder of its genuine metallic age. This blend of brown, green, and rust hues creates a truly vintage look that no artificial process could ever reproduce. It's the kind of coin that immediately stands out in a collector's tray, not because of perfection, but because of its individuality. In terms of condition, this coin is rated as fine, which means it maintains solid detail and a beautiful, natural patina. Collectors often describe coins like this as honestly aged, a term reserved for pieces that have survived the passage of time with dignity and grace. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. Even though the 1958 wheat cent was one of the final large mintages of its kind, finding one today with such a balanced tone, untouched surface, and natural emerald oxidation is exceptionally difficult. Most of the surviving examples have been cleaned or damaged, but this coin's authentic look makes it a standout in the market. It represents not only the end of an artistic era, but also the enduring value of natural preservation. In the current auction and collector market, this 1958 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark holds an impressive value of $150,000. That's right, $150,000 for a coin that, decades ago, was just a single cent in circulation. Its combination of final year significance, deep brown toning, and emerald highlights make it a must-have for serious Lincoln cent collectors. As interest in tone and original coins continues to rise, pieces like this are becoming harder to find and even harder to buy. For those passionate about collecting, here's your collector's tip. Always look for final year coins like the 1958 wheat cent that show natural toning without signs of cleaning or artificial shine. Authentic color patterns, especially those with green oxidation and rust balance, add character and value. The secret to successful collecting is not just finding old coins, but finding coins that look old in the right way, naturally, beautifully, and historically preserved. To conclude, the 1958 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark represents the grand finale of one of America's most loved coin series. Its gorgeous brown tone, graceful emerald markings, and proud historical legacy make it a treasure that goes far beyond its face value. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a farewell to an era, a collectible masterpiece, and a symbol of how beauty and history can live forever in copper. Next up, now let's move on to coin number 8. And this one carries both charm and mystery, the 1956 Lincoln wheat cent with the D mint mark. This coin struck in Denver stands as one of the last remarkable issues before the iconic wheat cent design bid farewell. With its deep brown tone, rustic surface, and vintage beauty, this piece captures that golden age of American coinage where craftsmanship met history in every single detail. The 1956 D wheat cent was minted during a post-war era when the United States economy was booming and millions of people were collecting coins as a hobby for the first time. But not every coin survived those decades with the grace that this one did. Today, this specific example represents a blend of historical character and visual elegance that has made it a favorite among passionate Lincoln collectors around the world. Taking a close look at the front side, we can instantly appreciate its rich brown tone, a deep, aged copper patina that glows softly under light. Across the left side of the coin, we can clearly see dark brown rust marks that stretch near the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, almost giving the coin a shadow-like artistic feel. These natural oxidation patterns formed over many years, and they are not damaged, they are nature's brushstrokes, painting a one-of-a-kind masterpiece over time. Around the surrounding area, more dark brown rust tones add texture and personality to the coin's surface. Despite these age marks, Lincoln's profile remains beautifully visible. The sharp outline of his face, his jacket, and the word liberty are still clear and well-defined. The date 1956, along with the small but significant letter D mint mark, stand proudly, reminding us of the Denver Mint's contribution to this timeless design. The balance between the coin's vintage toning and preserved detail makes it incredibly eye-catching and full of story. Now turning to the backside, we find a continuation of that elegant brown tone, but with added drama. The right wheat ear, or as some collectors call it, the right wheat whisk, displays black marks that give depth and distinction to this side of the coin. The lower surface area also features similar black accents, enhancing the sense of age and authenticity. And if you look closely, a bold black mark appears right across the word 1 cent, adding contrast that makes the lettering pop against the coin's soft copper background. This entire combination, brown base, dark rust, black patina, creates a stunning vintage palette that collectors absolutely adore. It's like holding a piece of antique art in your hand, and every mark tells a silent story of decades gone by. In terms of condition, this coin is graded as very fine, meaning it retains a strong level of design detail while showing honest, natural wear. This is exactly the kind of preservation serious collectors look for: untouched, uncleaned, and naturally toned. When a coin shows its age gracefully, it becomes far more desirable than an artificially brightened or polished piece. When we talk about rarity and collector demand, the 1956 D wheat cent may surprise you. Although millions were minted, very few have survived with such strong originality, balanced toning, and distinctive natural rust patterning. These coins are becoming increasingly rare in the open market as more collectors recognize the beauty of unaltered copper. Each coin with its own natural tones becomes a one-of-a-kind collectible, and this one, in particular, stands among the most admired of its year. Today, in the modern auction and collector market, this 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent commands an impressive value of $110,000. Yes, over $100,000 for a coin that once jingled in someone's pocket nearly 70 years ago. Its combination of mint mark, tone, and preserved authenticity has made it a major attraction for rare coin investors and high-end collectors alike. For collectors watching this, here's your pro tip. Coins from the 1950s can still hold massive potential, especially those from the Denver Mint that show natural brown toning and dark accent marks. Avoid polished examples instead. Seek coins that tell their story through color, texture, and originality. Natural surfaces are what separate a good coin from a great investment piece. To conclude, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat cent is more than just another wheat penny. It's a living artifact of American history, a coin that radiates depth, age, and value. With its beautiful brown tone, artistic, dark rust patterns, and black markings that accent its design. This coin stands as a proud example of how genuine character makes history shine. It is no longer just a cent, it's a $110,000 story of time, art, and legacy preserved in copper. Next up, now let's move to coin number 9, and this one is truly a masterpiece. The 1953 Lincoln Wheat Cent with the D mint mark. This coin is a shining example of natural vintage beauty, collector prestige, and the timeless charm that defines the Lincoln Wheat series. From its warm brown tone to the soft emerald highlights, this 1953 D Wheat Cent captures everything that makes American numismatics so exciting and full of life. The 1953 D Wheat Cent was minted in the Denver Mint during a fascinating chapter of U.S. coinage history. Post-war America was flourishing, and the minting process was at its peak precision. But among the millions of coins produced, only a select few like this one developed the kind of visual character that collectors dream about, a perfect mix of natural toning, detail preservation, and historical presence. Let's start with the front side. Immediately, your eyes are drawn to the beautiful brown color tone that radiates across the entire surface. It's not just brown, it's a deep, elegant copper brown that glows softly when the light touches it. Across this surface, there are light scratches and gentle rust marks that tell the story of genuine age and authenticity. But what makes this coin especially breathtaking is the subtle emerald marking on Lincoln's jacket, a soft green tint that developed naturally over time. This emerald tone gives the coin a sense of personality, almost as if it carries the wisdom of history within its color. The image of Abraham Lincoln remains strong and well-defined. His face, jacket lines, and the 1953 date are all clearly visible, showing that this coin has been preserved with great care despite the passing decades. Even the small D mint mark, right below the date, stands proudly a symbol of the Denver Mint's craftsmanship and reliability during that era. Turning to the backside, the beauty continues. The brown color tone stays consistent, glowing softly across the coin's entire surface. On the left wheat ear, you will notice a small but distinct mark, adding an extra layer of uniqueness to this specific coin. These natural imperfections are what make every coin like this truly one of a kind. Subtle scratches can also be seen across the reverse side, giving it that natural aged look collectors value so much. Despite its long history, the coin still carries a beautiful, warm radiance, a balance of art and authenticity that only time can create. In terms of condition, this coin stands proudly in very fine condition. That means it retains its full design detail while showing just the right amount of honest wear, no artificial polishing, no modern cleaning, just pure originality. Collectors deeply admire coins like this because they show their journey through time without losing their spirit. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. The 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Cent may seem common by mintage numbers, but finding one in this naturally aged, untouched, and visually rich condition is extraordinarily rare. Collectors around the world are constantly seeking out coins that combine both beauty and originality, and this coin delivers both perfectly. The emerald toning, fine conditions, and balanced brown shade make it a high-demand piece in today's market. When it comes to current market value, this 1953 D Wheat Cent has recently reached astonishing levels, sitting at an incredible $200,000 in the auction and collector market. Yes, $200,000 for a single cent. That's the magic of rare coin collecting when condition, beauty, and rarity meet. Even a simple copper coin can transform into a priceless treasure. This specific coin's mix of brown tone, emerald hue, and fine preservation places it among the most admired examples from the early 1950s. Now here's a collector's tip for those watching. Whenever you come across wheat cents from the early 1950s, pay close attention to the toning and natural color balance. Look for coins that have soft brown hues, hints of green or red toning, and no signs of modern cleaning. These small details can dramatically increase both collector appeal and market value. Authenticity and natural charm are what drive premium prices, and this coin proves exactly that. To conclude, the 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Cent is a breathtaking reminder of how history, art, and time can come together in one small coin. Its elegant brown tone, emerald accents, fine preservation, and rare natural marks make it not just valuable, but truly unforgettable. This is more than a penny. It's a $200,000 story of heritage, beauty, and timeless American craftsmanship. And now, my friends, we've finally arrived at the grand finale, coin number 10, one of the most fascinating and valuable pieces in today's collector market. The 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark. This coin represents the spirit of the wheat cent era, a perfect balance of history, beauty, and rarity that continues to captivate collectors even after more than 80 years. The year 1944 was a remarkable time in U.S. history. America was still engaged in World War II, and the nation's resources were being stretched to the limit. During this period, even small changes in materials, minting processes, or preservation could create unique and highly collectible coins. The 1944 Lincoln wheat cent, struck in pure copper after the short-lived steel cent experiment of 1943, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. It's a return to tradition, a symbol of strength and stability during uncertain times. Now, let's admire the front side of this exceptional coin. The first thing that stands out is its beautiful brown color tone, deep, warm, and naturally aged to perfection. The soft glow of aged copper gives this coin a vintage charm that no modern shine can ever replace. Across the surface, you can see light scratches that tell the story of its long journey through time. Each mark adds character, showing that this coin has truly lived a life of history and value. Right above Lincoln's nose, a faint but distinct emerald mark can be seen, a natural oxidation highlight that brings a gentle green hue to the warm copper tone. This emerald accent adds uniqueness and contrast, making the coin appear almost artistic under the light. On the jacket and back of Lincoln's image, traces of rust can also be found, deepening the texture and giving the coin a sense of natural authenticity. Turning to the back side, we find a continuation of this masterpiece. The coin remains a beautiful brown in color tone, perfectly even and rich across its surface. On the left, wheat ear, or wheat whistle as collectors sometimes call it, a mark is visible, subtle, yet distinct, adding further individuality to the coin. The surface shows light scratches throughout, a testament to its genuine age and untouched preservation. The words 1 cent in United States of America remain sharp and legible, standing proudly as reminders of America's enduring legacy and craftsmanship. In condition, this coin is considered very fine, which means it maintains its detailed design and strong definition while displaying the honest wear of time. Coins like this, that have aged gracefully without losing their integrity, are treasured by serious collectors who appreciate the natural evolution of copper tones and oxidation. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. The 1944 Lincoln wheat cent is already an iconic piece, but examples like this one with deep brown luster, emerald accents, and preserved fine detail are incredibly scarce. Most 1944 cents have been damaged or cleaned over the years, but this coin's untouched originality gives it an edge that sets it apart in the collector world. Its combination of historical significance, natural toning, and elegant preservation makes it one of the most sought-after Lincoln wheat cents of its era. In the current collector and auction market, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark holds a staggering value of $210,000. Yes, over $200,000 for a coin that once had a face value of a single cent. This dramatic rise in value shows how collector passion and historical importance can turn ordinary pocket change into extraordinary treasures. The demand for 1944 wheat cents in original natural condition continues to rise, with investors and collectors alike competing for these rare gems. For all my coin enthusiasts and collectors watching, here's your expert tip. When searching for vintage Lincoln wheat cents, always look for coins that have their original toning, even if they show light scratches or small marks. Authenticity is the true measure of value in numismatics. The mix of brown patina, green oxidation, and rust tones are not flaws, they are the fingerprints of history. The more natural and balanced the surface looks, the higher its collector appeal and market worth. To conclude, the 1944 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark is not just a coin, it's a historical artifact, a symbol of America's resilience, and a shining example of how beauty, time, and rarity can transform even a single cent into a priceless collectible. Its beautiful brown tone, emerald highlights, and fine preservation make it a true legend in the Lincoln Wheat series. With a current market value of $210,000, this coin proudly stands as one of the finest treasures in today's rare coin world. And that brings us to the end of today's incredible journey through the top 10 ultra-rare USA Lincoln Wheat Cents coins that remind us how something as small as a single cent can carry a story, a legacy, and a value far beyond imagination. Before we end, I just want to take a moment to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you who watch, support, and believe in U.S. Coins Worth Secrets. Your time, your comments, your likes, and your passion for rare coins are what keep this channel alive and growing. Every view, every share, and every new subscriber inspires me to bring you even more hidden treasures and incredible coin stories from across America and beyond. Because here on U.S. Coins Worth Secrets, we don't just talk about coins, we uncover the history, mystery, and true worth behind them. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our upcoming episodes filled with rare finds, hidden values, and fascinating stories from the world of U.S. coinage. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, supporting, and being part of this amazing journey. Keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows, the next ultra-rare coin worth thousands of dollars could be waiting right in your pocket change. This is U.S. Coins Worth Secrets. Signing off, and I'll see you in the next video with more amazing coin discoveries.